Well, Joanne, it really depends on where you live. I'm told that turnout in some of the townships where there are some very heated races taking place, that turnout is actually quite good. But across Metro Detroit, including right here in Ferndale, turnout's about average for an August primary. Turnout isn't as high as expected in Oakland County today. The clerk's office had been hoping for about 27%. Now it's looking like 23%. Good news, though, is that there have been few issues.
Everything went real smooth. No waiting, no nothing. I'm kind of surprised there's not a lot of people voting.
Voting got off to a rocky start in some precincts across Metro Detroit. In Dearborn, laptop computers were being used for the first time to help with voter identification, and there was a delay in getting the computers to 3 precincts this morning. Voters who left were advised to return later in the day, and the Dearborn clerk's office was offering to hand-deliver absentee ballots to voters who could not come back. In Detroit, voting started over an hour late at Henry Ford High School because the building was closed. Precinct workers were there, but school officials were not.
I got here before 7 a.m. and the polls were not open. It was supposed to open at 7. There were calls made to someone. They did not arrive until 7:40. Voters, and then they had to prep. So voters didn't go in to actually vote until 8:11.
Detroit's top elections official, City Clerk Janice Winfrey, hustled over to the school to find out what was going on. She says it was the principal's responsibility to have the building unlocked.
Things happen. Every election, unfortunately, there's a building that's not open on time as it should be. What's important to me, that my poll workers are here on time, and they were, and that we set up whenever we can get in, we set up. Now, these schools that don't open on time, we look at that because we can't afford that for the next scheduled election.
Voters who showed up for the scheduled 7 a.m. start were furious.
And that is very disrespectful to the candidates and the voters. That could affect an election because what if those people don't come back?
Also at Henry Ford, some voters were frisked by school security, something that didn't sit well with Winfrey.
I told him, you cannot frisk voters. And they said, okay, we'll stop.
And as for those issues over at Henry Ford High School, the building is now being run by the Education Achievement Authority, a special school district. We reached out to them today to find out what was up with the frisking and why the building wasn't open on time this morning. We have not yet heard back. City Clerk Janice Winfrey says she, too, will be investigating. We're live in Ferndale. Michael Rosenfield, 7 Action News.
Always some issues every election day. Thank you so much, Micah. And we